Assalamu alaikum. I hope everyone is fine. Today my video is related to volcanoes. The earth crust is broken into pieces called plates, which are always moving. Sometimes we can feel the movement in an earthquake. Many volcanoes occur in places where plates bump together or pull apart. In some places, the Earth's crust is thin enough for a column of hot magma to burn a hole and create a volcano. These places are called hotspots. When a volcano erupts, huge amounts of dust and ash are thrown high up into the atmosphere. This debris can affect the weather all over the world, blocking out sunlight and turning summer days cold. When a volcano erupts deep under the sea, the lava piles up instead of flowing away. If the eruptions continue, the lava gradually builds up until one day it breaks the surface and forms an island. But it takes millions of years for a volcano to reach the surface and become an island. Some volcanoes can seem to be dead, but they are only sleeping. A volcano that is not erupting but might erupt again is called dormant. A volcano that cannot erupt anymore is called extinct. Mount Etna in Italy is Europe's largest and most active volcano. The volcano has erupted at least 190 times in 3,500 years, but even so, thousands of people live and work on its slopes. One of the most dramatic eruptions of Mount Etna was in 1669. 15 villages around the volcano was buried by the lava, but no one was killed. A scientist who studies volcanoes is called a volcanologist. For these scientists, research can get pretty hot. In order to collect information about volcanoes, they must get close to a volcano's fiery interior. In order for volcanologists to pick up burning rock samples and walk across red hot lava, they need to wear a special suit and heat-proof boots. When volcanologists work around an active volcano, if there is any warning or an eruption or violent activity, they usually leave. Unfortunately, sometimes the activity changes quickly and there is little or no warning. Between 1975 and 2001, 29 volcanologists died while studying volcanoes. So sometimes a report is sent to the mission that is called as Dante report into the volcanoes to gather information where it is too dangerous for people to go. One day it will be used to study volcanoes on other planets as well. No doubt, volcanoes are fascinating and many people will go a long way to visit them. Each year, thousands of tourists travel to active volcanoes for the opportunity to get up close and personal with boiling lava. Some volcanoes can only be safely visited from the air. Hot lava and poisonous gases make it too dangerous to get any closer. These volcanoes are best toured by helicopter. Lava flows and can form a large variety of weird and wonderful shapes. When they cool, sometimes even scientists cannot explain how all these fantastic features were created. Like the structures in Pinnacles National Park, California, USA, were formed 7,700 years ago by lava erupting from nearby Mount Mazama. These structures are also found in Turkey. Like hundreds of years ago, people hollowed out these volcanic chimneys in Cappadocia, Turkey, and used them as houses. People still live in some of them. Even these structures are found in Ireland. The people of ancient Ireland believe these rocks were the work of a giant named Finn McCool. The giant's causeway was actually created 16 million years ago by cooling lava flows. Now let us talk about how ashes help us to grow many plants. A volcanic eruption can bring devastation, but it can also bring renewal. The burning lava clears out old, dead plants, while the ash that settles on the land makes a great fertilizer for new plants. Without volcanoes, many people who live in some of the poorest places in the world would struggle to grow enough food. The ash makes poor farmland fertile enough to feed everyone. At the end, let us talk about some of the deadliest volcanoes. Indonesia lies in between two large plates. It is home to over 125 active volcanoes and more recorded eruptions than any other country. Many of Indonesia's 1500 islands were formed by volcanic activity. One of the best studied eruptions of all time occurred on 18 May 1980. That morning, St. Helens in the state of Washington, USA exploded in a fury of ash and smoke while scientists nearby took measurements. Before the eruption, Mount St. Helens had a beautiful snow-capped peak. The blast tore off most of the north side of the volcano and left a huge gaping hole big enough to fit an entire city into. This was the first time scientists had ever watched a volcano erupt from its side. Rocks, ash, volcanic gas, and steam blasted upwards and outwards faster than a jet plane and hotter than a furnace. Ash rose 24 kilometers into the atmosphere in just 15 minutes. The blast killed 57 people, destroyed wildlife and river, valleys, and knocked down enough trees to build 300,000 homes. Ash from the eruption blocked out the sunlight for 400 kilometers around. Later, the ash was bottled up and sold as a souvenir. Even these volcanoes are found in the coldest places, like there are more than 200 volcanoes in Iceland, which is over a large hot spot in the Earth's crust. In January 1973, Eiffel volcano on the island of Helina erupted. The eruption continued for 6 months. I will end my video here. I hope you have liked my video. Kindly like and subscribe the channel. Thank you. We will meet in the next video with next topic. Until then, goodbye and take care.